might have heard the word of the bird who said this is the biggest installment in the series. Well, on that note, you would be correct. Welcome back, everyone. This is episode 3 of Unfair BFDI, BFDIA, IDFB, kind of BFB and Teapot eliminations. Anyways, this is the biggest installment yet, and instead of talking about 3 or 2 characters today, we will be talking about 5. But next video will just focus on 1 character. Anyways, let's start with Chapter 1. Today, we will be discussing Donut. So, Donut is definitely a very interesting claim when it comes to BFDIA. Sure, he was very rude in the start, but Pencil, Fries, Match, all of those guys, they were pretty rude in the start, and they got really far, except for Match. But what exactly happened with Donut? Well, they put him on a team with Quinny and Pim. That's what happened. Yeah, that kind of sealed the fate of Donut, but at least we're seeing more of him in Teapot and BFB. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Anyways, next, a pre-hiatus elimination, we have Match. Now, this is a very interesting claim. Now, this was an iconic when I tell you, vote battle. Like, Flower and Rocky are less iconic than that. Golf Ball versus Match. And in my opinion, yeah, Yellowface should have gotten out in that elimination. Wait, no. He wasn't in that elimination, but somebody else should have gotten out over Match. Match had such potential with Free Smart, but they had to screw her over last minute. Same with Bubble, honestly. In BFDIA, they had a lot of missed potential. Anyways, we didn't get to see a lot of these characters, and we've seen Match and Donut in the LOL, and they're pretty funny in BFDIA. But these early eliminations, there's not much to say about them. For these next 3, I have a lot to say. Anyways, for the next elimination, we will be discussing Golf Ball. Golf Ball is also a very interesting topic. Golf Ball, this is a hot take. Golf Ball was way better in BFDIA than she would ever be in Teapot. And in my opinion, Golf Ball is quite overused in Teapot. But let's think about this. Why did she get eliminated? Well, because the vote counter read it wrong. That's why. In my personal opinion, I think Nickel should have been out in that elimination and not Golf Ball. But only fate will tell, and Nickel got Final 7 somehow. Not Pencil. I'm thinking about the first one. Golf Ball, like Pencil, I said in the first installment of the series, would have kicked butt in BFDIA 18. That would have been amazing to see, like Golf Ball versus Pin. And if I'm being honest, Golf Ball probably would have gotten that far. But if it wasn't for the vote counter reading it wrong, there was just so much missed potential, man. This one really drives me crazy. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about Golf Ball. Time for Chapter 4, Ruby. Anyways, Ruby, many people argue that this was fair, and I will say, they did Ruby like they did Gelatin. They just flipped the whole personality just for that episode to just get them out of the game. Because really, they were guaranteed to get far, and, you know, they just didn't want to have the winner be too obvious. But I find this very unfair, as Ruby would have been funny to see in BFDIA 18 now. If Ruby stayed over Book, that would have been hilarious. Oh boy, I can't wait to get to the top. I've got you, Ruby. And yeah, sadly that didn't happen, but if we see more of Ruby, only time will tell. If there's a 7th actually, forgot about BFDIE, if there's a 7th season or not, then we'll be able to know if we'll see more of Ruby. The sister thing, Ruby's sisters, that was really annoying too, though. Anyways, for the final chapter, we have Bombi. Bombi is a very, 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 very weird character when it comes to seasons. He's popular, but at the same time, really hated. I never saw anything wrong with Bombi. He is one of the most popular contestants in Bfdiufe, as he made top 10. But, yeah, people just saw him as annoying in Bfdiufe. And I feel like what we should have done was eliminate him over Spongy, and we should have kept him over, like, Book or Pillow and Teapot. That would have been a great solution to that problem. But we were stuck with Bombi till Bfdiufe 16. And honestly, I appreciated him being there. He was definitely the most mid installment in the final 10. But I appreciated he was there. Definitely not in my top 10 for Bfdiufe, because there's way better characters. But he was great in this season. He was really funny in Bfdiufe 6. And he had great development just overall, like in Bfdiufe 12. So, yeah, I feel like that was just really unfair. And a little side note, BFB, Bombi sucked. He was horrid. He didn't do anything. He didn't really get good till BFB 14, where Spongy's actions were justified. And he should have never gotten eliminated. Should have been him or Barf Bag. And when I say him, I'm referring to Bombi, so I don't get any of those "learn how to speak, bro" comments. But yeah, honestly, this was really unfair, and I hope we get to see more of Bombi in the future. Now, he does have the one arc going for him, and Bell and Needle in there, so that might be interesting to see. We might see more of Bombi. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the longest installment in this series at a whopping, I'll tell you at the end, make sure to like and subscribe. And this installment was 7 minutes and 31